Sup guys? If you've played Roblox this year, you've probably seen a bunch of RNG games with thousands of players. And this is because RNG games are one of the easiest games to make. Last video, I literally made one in 24 hours. But they're usually known for being light, fun, and really don't have that much danger to them. But what if they did? Picture this, an RNG game where you never know what to expect, and you're always looking over your shoulder. Pretty much, I'm just gonna add a horror event to the RNG game I made last video. Okay, so this is the RNG game right now, and as you can see, there's a bunch of different events you can roll to get money. So what I wanted to do for this was add some lore to the game. So I'm gonna make one of the events you can roll like a horror event, so it's kind of like a horror game. So I'm pretty much combining RNG and horror, so the game has to do good, right? Right? Okay, so to get started, I got these glitch images from the internet, and to make it look like it's glitching, I just moved them around and added some camera shake, and the effect turned out pretty well. For now though, I wanted to focus on the map instead of actually making the gameplay like I normally do, because I want to make sure that it's creepy enough to be scary. So I got to work on some of the props that I would put around the map, like a hospital bed or this little blood thing, I don't even know what it's called. And I added some other stuff. So if you can't tell, I want this to take place in a hospital. And so my idea is that this hospital is pretty much running a test on the players. And they're in like a simulation, and this glitch is like getting them out of it and they experience the real world. But before they actually experience the real world, I wanted to add some suspense to the game. So instead of throwing them into the hospital map right away, I started animating this doctor that would play during a cutscene. Okay, so I finally finished the cutscene, and whenever I click roll, it should play. So yeah, here it is. There's no sound yet, and I'm not that good at animating. As you can tell, the guy looks very stiff, but it works. And that's really all that I care about.
A few moments later.
So I did some mining off camera, and I finished the map. So pretty much what will happen is the player will spawn in this room, and then they'll have to go through this hospital that's pretty much like a maze with blood everywhere and everything's torn down. So it's pretty much an abandoned maze. So anyway, they're trying to run through the maze, but there's the evil doctor chasing them. And I still haven't made the evil doctor, but when they get to the end, they'll reach this door and then they'll be done with the game. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole idea for the game. And now for probably the most important part of the game, the evil doctor. Dun dun dun. So the AI for this is actually pretty important because you want the evil doctor like right behind the player so it's still scary, but you don't want it too hard to where the player can't play the game. And lucky for me, Roblox already comes equipped with a pathfinding system, which you can get by using the pathfinding service and then using this find path async. And as you can see here, it works perfectly fine, like nothing is even wrong. Oh yeah, the guy standing there, yeah, it's supposed to happen, just trust me. Wait, can he attack? Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's yeah, so we need to fix this. Okay, so I eventually got it working with maybe just a little bit of help from the dev forums, but we have a monster chasing us right now, and that's a good start. And if we test it out, this is where the player would spawn, and it actually looks pretty scary. And obviously it's going to be in first person, and yeah, I actually really like this. But the enemy I have right now is just a monster I got from the toolbox, and I want to make this an evil doctor that's trying to chase you. So I crafted up this enemy, and I think it actually looks pretty good. But there's still one problem with the AI, and that's that it can never catch up to the player, and it's extremely easy to dodge. And this is because the monster uses a built-in function from Roblox called move to, which pretty much just moves it to the player. And why this doesn't work is because the player on the server is always slightly behind the actual player's client, so the enemy will never catch up to the player. So to fix this, instead of moving the monster to where the player is right then, we can add the player's velocity to their position, which will pretty much make the monster go to where the player should be. And if that didn't make sense, the monster in this clip is moving to the green cube, which is always behind the player, but here the green cube is in front of the player, so the monster is able to reach them. And one of the things that can make or break a horror game is the sounds. So I decided to add this heartbeat to the doctor that gets louder whenever it gets closer to you. And I added a bunch of different ambient sounds to make it more scary. But there's still no jump scare when the doctor kills you. And there might be some other bugs. So I decided to weld this part to the doctor's head, and then I just checked whenever the player died, and whenever they did, I set the player's camera to the part that I welded to the monster's head. But there was another problem, because whenever you would go into a room, the monster wouldn't walk away, they would kind of stay at the door, and then you just wouldn't be able to leave. So to fix this, whenever the player went into the room, I would just make the doctor walk back to his spawn point. And I can't just let the player walk to the end without having to do something first. So I created this key that the player has to get to unlock the door to leave. And to do this, I made it so that the player couldn't open the door unless they had already gotten the key. And I also ended up adding this ambient noise to the key so that the player would know where the key is. Then I thought it would be confusing to someone who hasn't seen this video if they played this game and just got spawned in a random room. So I added this info that just told you to go find a key to escape. And then I thought I'd add some finishing touches to the game. And one thing that was annoying me was that whenever you try and open a door, it would kind of push you away. So I just made it so that whenever you're opening a door, the can collide turns off so that it just goes through you until it stops. I also thought the jump scare was kind of boring, so I added some camera shake to kind of spice it up a little bit. And then I also realized that since there was only one map, if two people tried to play the horror game at the same time, then they would both spawn in and it would kind of break. So I actually came up with an idea for this. Every time a player rolled the horror event, it would check to see if any other players were playing through it right then. And if they were, I would just clone the map and then spawn them in that cloned map so that they wouldn't overlap. And I thought this was going to be hard to do, but it was actually really easy. Just kidding. Yeah, there was a ton of bugs, but it only took like 3 or 4 tries to get it right. So for me, that's pretty good. Next thing I wanted to do was change the lighting for the game, and I have absolutely no clue how to change the lighting of a game, but luckily Roblox has these free resources that anyone could use and put into their game, and they help so much. So I used one that allows me to change the lighting between presets that I have already made. I mean, just look at this. This looks so cool, and Roblox just gives you this for free. But I still had to implement this into my game, and of course, it took a few tries. But I ended up getting it to work, and I think the new lighting looks really good. Okay guys, this is my first actual test of the fully finished game. So I'm gonna try and speedrun this to get this done as quick as possible because I literally made this game.
Is someone there?
Okay, so first thing we gotta do is find the key. So it'll be in one of these rooms. I don't know which one. Oh my god, dude. Okay, I wasn't even paying that much attention. Okay, so this is attempt number 2 trying to beat my own game. Okay, so last time I died because I wasn't paying attention, so I gotta lock in right now. I already know where he's coming from because if you guys want a little hit, he spawns at the same spot. Okay. Oh, okay. Dude, he's right there. He's right there. Holy crap. How long do you think? Ah! Oh my god. Dang it, dude. Okay, we gotta actually beat it now, so I'm gonna try and speedrun the game.
Hello?
Okay, so first we gotta find the key.
Is someone there?
And usually it's in these rooms. You just don't know what room it's in. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was kind of close. Okay. We just gotta wait a little bit for him to walk away. Okay, so we should be good now. I hear the key. I hear the key. Okay, we got the key. Now we just gotta run. Oh my god. Okay, now we just gotta make for it. We gotta make a run for it. Oh my god, he's right there. Okay. If we keep running, we can make it. If we keep running. Okay, if we keep running, we can make it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes! Okay, I did it. Haha, look at him. He can't get over here. Okay, we made it. Let's go. I'm celebrating beating my own game. Wow. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I had a lot of fun making this game, even though I'm actually like terrified of horror games. And if you want to play the game, the link is in the description. But if you guys have any ideas for the game, please comment it down below because I read every single comment. And if you like this video, make sure to like it. And if you enjoy my content, please don't forget to subscribe. So thanks for watching.